What's good? I'm Day. I'm about to expose myself to you, not physically. Don't worry. I'm not about to flash my dick. I'm gonna expose myself to you when it comes to how I am able to acquire whatever I want in life. From small things to the most grand things that seem impossible, which are my favorite things. I'm able to acquire those, to receive those because I'm crazy. I believe that I simply can. When other people believe that they can't, even if it defies the laws of physics, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I don't even I don't even believe that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't even care to hear that. Like I don't give people my ear that believe in limitation. I used to back then, which is why I didn't get what I wanted. And I didn't know that. I didn't know how important it was. I would hear people talk about like thoughts and thinking and all that other stuff. I really would hear them. But I would be like, yeah, well, no matter what, like whatever's for me is gonna be given to me, right? Like I'm gonna receive it. And it's like, no, that's wrong. It's whatever you do in life is gonna have a consequence, which is a result, negative or positive, and you're just going to receive. So I'm like, okay, wait. If that's true, then there's consequences to my thoughts. Because as soon as you're thinking about something, and especially when you meditate on it, meaning you're just thinking about it for a while, and it's becoming like reality in your mind, whether negative or positive, as soon as that happens, subconsciously, an action is followed by it. Like, even just the feeling of like, or the thought of being in bad situations or anything like that, something dangerous or something that makes your nervous system become alarmed, physically what manifests is nervousness, like sweat and anxiety and like, it's like feelings and fidgeting. And then you'll go and try to like fix that problem by avoiding it. And a lot of times you manifested that problem, you created that problem and it didn't even exist just simply because you thought about it and wanted to avoid it because your nervous system was like, we can't allow that to happen. Like once I noticed how detailed this stuff is, I just like started doing the better stuff that I wanted. I just started, and it took a while. Like, this is not easy. This is some of the most difficult work that I've had to do on my journey. It really is, especially coming from what I come from. Like, all negativity. Like, that's what the ghetto is. It's like just all negativity. And especially, like, if you're given a life in the ghetto where you unfortunately have to see a bunch of death and experience a bunch of, like, just really bad stuff in your household and around you, it's just like there is no hope in so many ways. And there's no such thing as great things happening to people like you. You know that great things happen in life, but it seems like very fictional. It seems like you're watching a movie when you're watching somebody else's life play out, because usually you don't even know them niggas. It's just like, oh, it's like a celebrity or something like that, and you're like, dang, their life seems cool. Like a vlogger or some shit. You're just like, damn, their life is cool. They're traveling, they're doing what they want to do. That's cool. That's not me though. Like subconsciously, you're saying to yourself, that's not me though. So you'll just like watch them and basically like live vicariously, analyzing people's lives. And when you wake up one day and realize that you can have and be anything, like if you want it bad enough, you'll just stop thinking about stupid stuff that is not true. You just will. Like that's why my life is great. That's why I'm overseas right now. Because I've always, since I was younger, believed that I could live somewhere else outside of the ghetto. And I played like seesaw with that. Like it was like it would seem like it was gonna be balanced one day and then it wasn't the next day because of a circumstance. But eventually in my young adult years, I just realized like nobody is gonna do this for me, bro. I have to do it on my own. I have to do it. And especially when I got a wife, I was just like, bro, I want better. And if I'm reading things and studying things that are telling me that the reason why life hasn't gotten better and is not the way that I want it to be is because of my thoughts, like I need to really change my thoughts, because now I'm not only responsible for me, I'm responsible for somebody else. And then I had to talk to that person about their thoughts as well, because that person's collaborating with me in life. So we finally like started reaching a point eventually where we started receiving exactly what we wanted despite the odds. And a lot of that stuff you can't explain. You can't explain. Like physically, like you can call these things miracles, I guess. It's just like how? Like I can't analyze it. I'm really good at observing and like looking at things from the past that have happened to try to like backtrack it to figure out how I got here. And a lot of these things I can't explain through my thoughts and actions. And like literally I can follow the breadcrumbs and say, because of this event, this event, this event, this event, and we're here. There's certain things where I can say that, but then I get to a point and I'm just like, I don't know how to explain how this happened though, in the midst of landing here. Like, not the thing itself, but the things surrounding it. Like, how are all these synchronicities, like, how? How did they happen? How did the stars align like this? This is impossible. It's as though we're the main characters. How? How? I'm not stupid. Like, actually, how? Like, I'm analyzing. Like, it's just not. And my spouse be looking like, yeah, I can't find a reason as to why this occurred. All I can tell you as the viewer right now is that I literally just believe. I just believe. And so I guess the manifestation of these synchronicities, these miracles, so to speak, is because I'm crazy enough to actually believe in that, the concept of that. I'm actually like, I expect it. I truly expect it. And it doesn't look like, oh, a crow is gonna come and like bring me like some treasure right now. But nigga, even that doesn't sound crazy to me. I believe a crow could land right here. Like I could see the nigga right here, like just land, just, and then drop something right here, and then just goes. And it's just like something highly valuable. I really believe that. I believe that. Because things happen in my life that are actually crazy. They're actually crazy. They're crazy. And this did not used to happen before when I was thinking negatively. The thing about your thoughts is that like 95% of your brain is subconscious, which means it's just on autopilot. It's just doing what you were raised by, what you grew up believing, and what you've always believed. And the actions that you commit due to those thoughts are also subconscious actions that are manifesting the results of the negativity that you hate in your life, but has always been a thing. The 5% of your brain that's conscious has the ability to override that and make the conscious decision to place new thoughts in it so that it could override the subconscious with good thoughts. That's the observer, like the real observer that's like going through life. And I'm like, I'm sitting there one day when I'm younger and I'm just like, bro, like none of us know who we actually are because our environment is what created us, especially from ages 0 to 7 when our brain is basically all subconscious. It's a complete sponge. This is neuroscience. This is real. And once I realized that, I'm like, damn, like, if I was raised where I'm at right now, like say this physical place, like this is Albania, I would be Albanian, bro. Even if I was the same genetic make, like a black man who was biracial, like I still would be this like avatar as far as the looks go. But the aesthetic of the character, the way he talks, the ebonics and all that good shit, like he's not this at all. It's nothing to do with his culture. Because you are a product of your environment. So me being American and then being from the ghetto and also being from Los Angeles and being from Inglewood and having the type of friends that I have, the family members that I had and all that other stuff, the things that I've seen, things that I've witnessed, it created this person. So like beyond it, who am I is what I had to ask myself when I was like confronted with the real deeper philosophical, existential information. And I'm like, bro, if I can just penetrate through that, I can make the adjustments. And so I did. I just started seeing beyond this. The epigenetics is what they call it. I just started seeing beyond that. And that stuff alters your DNA. So it is you, but it's you based on the life you were given in this lifetime. So in another lifetime, born in a different environment, same soul, different avatar, different epigenetics. Crazy, right? So I'm like, okay, like, I saw hopelessness, which is why I believed in hopelessness. Like, all my music I used to write when I was younger and all that stuff, I, not too long ago, like, threw out my journals. I had, like, big ass stack of journals. Like, I would just collect them. That was, like, my favorite thing, is to get a new composition book, new notebook to write music in. And it was just poetry. And, like, all the time, it was just a lot of despair. And it was just because he grew up around that. Like, that's all he seen. So that's what he knew. So that's what he wrote his poetry based off of. And I'm so grateful for that, because it gives me a really broad perspective, but I'm no longer there, and I haven't been there for a very long time, which is why my life is very different. Nobody that I know, nobody that I was raised with, family, extended family members, friends, just the community in general, is living the life that I live. None of them. None of them. And that isn't me shitting on them and feeling superior. I'm just letting you know, none of them are living the life that I live. I live something completely exotic and foreign. From head to toe, every single thing that I do in my life. And it's not me trying. It's just because I really wanted this life for a long time, and I didn't know how to acquire it. And once I found the answer, I was like, here we go. I'm going all in. Why would I not? I can't stay here. This hasn't got me what I wanted. Why would I want this? I want to manifest my own heaven, bro. I believe. And so I just believe. And since I believe, without questioning it, because I've overridden the subconscious, my actions, I don't have to think about them. I just do them. I do them without thinking about 95% of them. I can't tell you what actions have specifically landed me here, all of them. I can tell you the big chunks, but I can't tell you all the little things that I've done, because it's just a day-to-day like process. It's just a thing that happens as you continue on through life every day. So now I'm here, and I have so much more to acquire, and I know that today's actions, tomorrow's actions, all that in the micro are leading to those things being manifested. And I'm going to sit back and be like, how did I get here? I know, like, how in the macro, but in the micro, like, what did I do? Nigga, what did I do? What did I do? And that's the beauty of it, not knowing, because it's miraculous, when I'm sure it could be explained practically. I'm sure it can. But who's analyzing my life that way? Nobody, nigga. Unless there's some kind of higher power, like, governing all of this, like, watching over, like, I don't. That's how you manifest a different life. You just believe. Like, I don't let anybody place limitations on me. Because if I would have said this, if I would have said, I'm going to have this exact life that you can't even see my whole life, but just where I'm at now in the life that I live. If I was to say this when I was 15 years old, I'm just throwing out a number, 15 years old, to my family, because I saw it through some crystal ball. I said, hey, when I'm older, my life is going to be like this. It's just going to be like, that's cool. Which means, I don't believe you. You sound stupid. Look around, nigga. That's not real. That's a fairy tale. Me even saying I wanted to be a music artist, I remember my mom being like, that's a pipe dream. You know that, right? Like, you could keep playing around with it, but that's a pipe dream. And I would just be sitting there like, what? Because in my mind, I actually believed at the age of 15 and 16, 17 especially, that I could truly be a legitimate superstar. I believe that. Because I saw Tyler, the Creator, become who he is. I saw the beginning, and then I kept seeing it. And he's doing very, very well right now. So as he continues to do very well, the younger me on the inside, even though he fully believes it and doesn't need that character anymore, is like always applauding this character, No matter what anybody says about him or anything like that, when it comes to negative aspects of his character, whatever, I don't care, bro. I literally, unless the nigga, raped a child or raped a woman or some shit like that, which I haven't heard anything about that. It still holds so much significant value to me because I'm just like, wow, like the manifestation of me believing superstardom, and even beyond what he's done, not to shit on his career, but beyond what he's done, the foundation of that is because of that character doing what he did from my local community. It's just like, wow, like I believe, I simply believe, and so therefore I receive. It's it's such a simple concept, but so many of us like work in the opposite direction because of our subconscious, bro. Whatever I say that I'm gonna do, I just do it. I'm going to receive it. I'm going to have it. It's not because I'm just like name it and claim it and all this other bullshit, speak it into existence. I don't need for you to hear it. I don't need for the universe to just be like, oh, the words were received. Now we're just gonna, nigga, it's my actions. It's me. I'm saying it to me in my reflection. I literally go in the mirror and I'm like, nigga, yeah, we're locking in. This is what we're gonna get. Nothing less. Nothing less. And I'm okay with more. Let's even get more if we can. And I go after it and I get it. Every time. Every time. Because I now know that I'm fully in control, that I'm fully aware of that. And so the problem with like a lot of like people who have political affiliations and religious affiliations and all that, they're literally placing that power to do that, to manifest that way, into somebody else's hand and saying, you manifest it for me. You manifest all the policies that I want to make this town, this community, this nation a better place. You, God, manifest this type of abundance in my life and manifest this spouse in my life and these type of children and this career and XYZ. And it even, people have merged the two now, and politics and God belong together, and now it's just like manifest the betterment of the world and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, they'll say all of those things, but then through their actions, they're not getting up to actually make the world a better place. So therefore, the world is not becoming a better place. And it makes no sense because it's like, didn't you vote for so-and-so who said that they were going to do X, Y, and Z? Don't you believe in this guy that says X, Y, and Z as well? And so since that's the case, like you have two superpowers working for you to manifest whatever reality you want for you and for surrounding characters. It doesn't work because all the power has been submitted to something fictitious instead of themselves. And once I realized that fully and like came out of it and started placing that power back in me, life has dramatically changed. Like instantaneously it started changing. So I just don't subscribe to anybody telling me otherwise because I've been on that side of the fence. I've done that stuff. I've been a person who believed in the politics. I've been a person who's believed in the religious figures. I've been that person. No more. Because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And a lot of people will be like, it's not about the results in this life. This life is like momentary. It's fictitious. It's not real. It's a matrix for the people who are super into like Gnosticism and all that other stuff and think that they are like really awakened because they see past the illusion of the program. They got some answers, but it's still Gnosticism. And then the people who believe in, their religion strongly that are just in churches, they're just like, there's a heaven on the other side and then there's a hell and justice will be here and it just belongs to God. And I'm like, nigga, this world matters so much. The lives within it matter so much. How can you not see that? That's why I jumped out of it because I'm just like, bro, like I want to see the manifestation of a better world for me and for others. I really, really do. And I believe that that is absolutely possible. And guess what? I'm crazy enough to believe that I play a major role in it and that people will know that I played a major role in it because I helped them so much. I'm that crazy. Guess what? I manifested everything else that I want. That's going to come true too. Not just because I'm saying it, not because I'm naming and claiming it, not just because I'm speaking it into existence, but because I'm showing up in the micro to actually do it on levels that I'm not aware about and levels that I am aware about. I'm just doing it. I'm playing my part. And so, do you see, as I say that, how if you give your power over, you won't play your part, and so therefore you will still get results. You're still going to manifest, but you're going to manifest the exact opposite of what you want and what you're praying for, or what you're hoping for, what you're placing your vote in. You're going to manifest the exact opposite because you're not doing anything about it. Placing a vote and praying and all that stuff doesn't do anything. That's just words. That's just little writing on a paper. It's just a ballot. You actually becoming a better person every day and actually like transforming the mind so that the actions can be transformed in the micro and the macro is what's going to make the world a better place. That's what counts. I believe there are no limits. There are no limits. There are no limits. There are none. I don't care what anybody says about it. I've manifested too much in my life on both ends, the negative and then the positive later on, to understand it's all me. It's me. It's you. So that's the crazy part, is that you become more responsible when you self-actualize and you get to this point, because you realize that you're not only manifesting your world, you're manifesting the world for other people through your actions, micro and macro. You're manifesting this world. Because while my world is a heaven and I've manifested it for myself, I still look at this world unsatisfied because I'm just like, there's a lot of hell going on because individuals are manifesting it. So I'm like, I got to continue to be the change in my life for other people so that I can start to be infectious. Because this hell is infectious. Why can't I be infectious? I am. I am. The positivity in me is infectious, highly infectious, especially in a world full of hell. It stands out even more. I stand out even more in these kind of times. If the world was all positive, I really wouldn't stand out that much because you got positive niggas everywhere, which I want. I could fade away. But right now, we're not in those times. It's a lot of work to be done here because throughout so many years, religion and politics has reigned superior and has made people forfeit their power. So therefore, we have all of these years, hundreds and hundreds of years, maybe even 1,000 years or more, of people manifesting hell in this life and neglecting their true spiritual development. So they're manifesting a lack of abundance. They're manifesting lack. I see only abundance. I see only opportunity for abundance because my subconscious is completely changed. It's altered for the better. It's really simple. Again, like I've said in multiple videos, it's all a matter of perspective. Perspective is the answer. Perspective is the key to self-actualization. Man, you got this. Go manifest your heaven. As soon as you start doing that, you're manifesting a heaven for the rest of the world. Your heaven is so infectious that it's going to, by default, bleed into society. We need more and more people doing it. That's what this whole channel is about. That's what this whole journey is about. Join me on it. Join me on it. Let's stop manifesting this hell in our own life. It's not doing any good for us and for the human race. And not just the human race, for animals, for all creation. We're all connected. Trees, all living organisms. Bro, we are it. It is us. They are us. We are them. Let's do better. Let's stop complaining. Let's just actually do better. And then the world will become better. That's it. I love you. Peace.